A good day to you all, and I'm glad to be back with another interesting topic to you all. And today I'm happy to be joined by P Day today, and we're going to be discussing a very interesting topic that I think we all need during this first episode. So, welcome to the talk or to the show.
Thank you so much, and good evening to everyone.
So today we're going to be discussing about the things that we think are the most forgotten things during the festive season. So what's your take on this topic? It's very interesting topic, and I think that everyone needs it, and I think that is going to be helpful to people, especially the young generation, our generation mostly, and for those that are really prepared for this festive season.
Yeah, that's very true. So I would really like to appreciate the opportunity that you gave me to be on your show. So it turns out this is Christmas festive season, right?
Yeah.
And many times people have neglected the meaning of Christmas. It has been diverted into being only about food, eating, drinking, being merry and happy,
Yeah.
right? But there are certain things that people have turned a blind eye on, right? You would find out that where I'm from Zimbabwe, right?
Uh-huh.
Uh, you find out that your neighbor might host a party, right? You have a feast, but next door it's so quiet, maybe they don't even have food to eat. People are lonely, they don't even have people to interact with, right?
Yeah.
Now when you put it to practice in our current situation as a students right now, we have different types of students who come from different backgrounds, right? Who get different types of income, right? Some are very lonely in the sense that it's very hard for them to interact or to make friends, right? But you realize that as this festive season begins, people will be doing different activities with different types of people, forgetting such people, right?
Yeah.
So I think the main core or the main thing that we should consider us as Christians or as people who celebrate Christmas is, do we show love? Because
Yeah.
Christmas is something that should represent love. There's a verse in the Bible from Proverbs 19, verse 17, that says, whosoever is generous to the poor lends to the Lord, and he will repay him for his deed.
Wow, that's
You
powerful.
see. So I think us as Christians, like in this festive season, the main target should not be who buys the most meat, who has the best outfits. I think the main target should be who has managed to make to make more people happy. Right?
Yeah.
Like if you manage to target individuals who you see that this one is always quiet, they're lonely, they're introverts, just try to bring them in your own circle. I think that's my point of view when it comes to.
Oh yeah, that actually reminds me during my childhood, Christmas was all about new clothes. It was all about having good food. It was all about eating in good plates, going to different places. I didn't consider it as something that it is supposed to be considered as. So that reminds me, like I think a few days back I was actually having a chat with my friends. We were on a call. They're asking you this question. It was weird, and I'm so happy that you brought up this topic because it's actually linked to what they were asking me. They were asking me that, do you think that Christmas is going to be the same Christmas that we grew up knowing, the same Christmas that do you think that the next generations are going to consider Christmas as Christmas? You get what I'm trying to say?
Yes, yes.
Or is Christmas just a day that we know that we're not going to work? Is Christmas just a day that we're not going to school? We are off from studies. We are off from everything that keeps us occupied. And from my generation, they think that Christmas is all about getting drunk, getting high. Why not get high in the spirit when you're celebrating the one who gave you the ability to be where you are? So that was actually their question to me. They asked me that Christmas is no longer recognized as the Christmas that we know or the Christmas that we learned from school. We know that Christmas is a day that we're supposed to be celebrating the day when God came in. And according to Isaiah 9 verse 6, it says that for unto us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government will be on his shoulder, and he will be called Wonderful Counselor, a mighty God, everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. So this is a powerful verse that is actually describing Christmas in a verse. Christmas being described in a verse. So on Christmas, we are celebrating the day when God came in among the ordinary to bring his own majesty among the ordinary. So now people are misquoting the whole thing. We think that Christmas is all about clubbing, Christmas is all about partying, Christmas is all about new clothes, a good fit, we call it in our generation. Christmas is all about, I don't know, socializing. But then we don't actually uh, do what we're supposed to be doing. We forget the reason why there is Christmas. We now think that it's just a holiday because it's now part of us. Who do we blame on this? That we think that Christmas is just a holiday and it's not what it's supposed to be taught as.
Personally, I think we are to blame ourselves because we have grown a tendency whereby we are now diverting things into our own interests. For example, I like the point you stated whereby is Christmas the same way as the Christmas that we grew up knowing, right?
Yeah.
Knowing, sorry. When we grew up, right, I remember my father would say, nah, every Christmas we'll make sure we'll spend it at the rural areas. The reason why was there was something different about the rural areas than home, right?
Yeah.
When you went to the rural areas, he was trying to bring the benefits that you get when you're living in the suburbs to other relatives who are back in the rural areas, right? So
I
that
do
brought
understand that.
uh,
I think I actually went for Christmas only one time in the rural areas, but then the fact that you have actually stated this, I think that was the reason why we went for Christmas in the rurals.
that was probably like the main reason. Because if you notice, the only time that you went, if I were to ask you what you enjoyed the most, you would tell me the fact that you were with your cousins.
Yeah,
But
that's
if we were
true.
to ask your cousins what they enjoyed the most, they would tell you, there was meat, there was juice, there was like, you see.
Yeah.
So that was a indirect way of showing gratitude or of being amicable to relatives, right? So nowadays, now the challenge has been that gratitude, the bar of gratitude during this festive season, right, is depreciated. How come? Now people do not appreciate the people that are around them, first of all, right? In the sense
That's
that
true.
now someone prefers to go at the club, right, to party with strangers other than staying at home with relatives or going to church, those type of activities. People now prefer the other way around, People are now just twisting the actual way, the way we were raised into this festive season. So I think us as the generation who's messing up this festive season, I think it's us. We have to take a stand and make the first step in trying to bring back the original meaning of Christmas. Because even if you look at the Bible, when it explains to us the birth of Jesus Christ, right? When Jesus was born, the whole scenario was a sign of love. The whole birth of Jesus was a sign of love from from the first reason why Jesus came, it's love, right?
Yeah.
Then you realize that there's also what can I say? A verse which tells us that there were wise men, right? And shepherds which came from far away lands, right?
Yeah.
Which came with presents to give to Jesus, right? That's another sign that no matter who you are, because they had the faith that Jesus Christ is the King, right? So distance was nothing to them, you know distance was nothing to them. They knew the value of Jesus Christ. Now, our generation, the question that we should ask them is, do they understand the value of this festive season? Because I can never feast during April. I can never feast on my birthday with my family.
That's
You
true.
see, I can never feast any day, anytime, right? But there has to be a difference between this specific festive season and any other season. Because definitely it's not about the food, but the main priorities are love, gratitude, in Jesus Christ, understanding the core reason why he came on this earth, and which was because of love.
Wow, those are powerful words. For me, I would say that may God bless you according to how you value this Christmas this year. And may your 2025 be according to how you're going to value this Christmas. So if you're going to value it, considering it that this day is the day when the Lord came in, then you're going to be blessed and you're going to enjoy everything, and God is going to give you what you're supposed to be given. Yeah. So you just say that Christmas is not just about food, it's not just about enjoying yourself, but it's a time of connecting with your relatives too. So do you think that if I go out for Christmas and celebrate with my friends and I live with my family, is it a good thing? It's a way of showing love, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, there are some people that want to go out there and have fun with their friends, celebrate Christmas with their friends, and choose to leave their families behind. So what's your take on that? Would you choose your family or your friends?
I would like to answer that with a verse in the Bible that
Uh,
says, "Enjoy the days of your youth." There's a verse in the
oh
Bible that
yeah, I
says
know
that,
it.
right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I do not have the actual like, but there is a verse in the Bible that states that enjoy the days of your youth. So if you feel like your friends are more of a priority than your family, and it's fine to you, we no one will judge you because you are the only person who understands yourself. A serious perspective, right? Why would you choose friends over family, right? Is there anything wrong in bringing the two together? There might
Oh.
there might be there might be reasons why you would celebrate different, like separately from family and friends. In a scenario like ours, whereby our families are back home, right? And we're
Mm-hmm.
friends this side.
Yeah.
But if it's a type of setup whereby we are all under one same environment, one same area, what stops me from saying to my friends, no, yeah, invited. We are having celebrations home. Mom, I have friends that I want to invite over to enjoy and spend Christmas together. Why does it have to reach to the point where we have to seclude the family or the parents so that I enjoy with my friends? What is it that I do when I'm celebrating with my friends that I can't do
Oh,
also celebrating with my
with your
family?
family. Wow.
So that would be my answer to that point. Because at the end of the day, right,
Mm-hmm.
each and every decision that you make, right,
Yeah.
it comes back to you. If that's the choice that we choose as youths, that now we don't want to celebrate anymore with our what can I say, with our families this festive season, right? Right now we are complaining that it's gradually dying. So imagine by the time when we have our own families, I don't think there will be anything called Christmas. I think Christmas will be given another name, maybe
Mm-hmm.
clubbing day or something like that. So I think, as personally as a Christian, I feel like
Uh,
it's my solemn duty to uphold, you know, the moral values of this festive season.
okay, I think that's it, the tested now. So now we're going to be discussing about our health, our diets, and our wellness. How we are going to maintain them during this festive season. We all want to enjoy, and we all want to try different types of foods. We all want to consume some things that are not supposed to be consumed. And how do you advise the young people to stay away from toxic substances? I believe in our generation, most people during this type of occasions, it's when they consume the most toxic substances, and they tend to get wild because of that. They forget who they really are. They forget to maintain their behaviors. So yeah.
Personally, I think when it comes to mental health and physical health, whatever health it may be, it's
Uh,
one's solemn duty and responsibility to take care of that. If you know you have asthma and you do something that affects your health, you are the one who's at fault, and you are the one who has to take responsibility of that. There are always consequences to each and every action. So if you are being happy, or if you are being jovial during this festive season, those are the things you should consider. There's a saying that my mother used to tell me that everyone does something like Shona. Okay, let me just say it in Shona, right? You
Uh,
say munhu wese ane zvaanoita zvisina musoro and
yeah,
but munhu wese ane zvaanonyatsogona
everyone does
eh,
nonsense.
asina chinomuaffect and but ukazoona udaita chimwe chinhu chausati wamboita like trying to copy someone
Yeah.
and definitely that thing never goes your way, right? So in all happiness, there are many ways of enjoying without affecting your health. Many ways. So I think it's just a matter of avoiding if you know those type of things affect you, like in terms of your health.
So when I was scrolling through social media, I actually met I came across this girl. She was saying that in this generation, if anything hits you with peer pressure, make sure that you're going to do anything to satisfy yourself with the peer pressure that is going to hit you.
Can I say something on that note?
Uh,
People should now learn to differentiate between peers and friends. People should value more friends than peers because peers they've been defined as friends but peers are not your friends.
so what are peers?
Peers I think are people that you socialize with on a
Uh-huh.
regular
Oh
basis
yeah.
and you think they're your friends and they are not. So you peers you say that there are people we are trying to reach up to, like for instance it's someone who's maybe you see them slightly above you and you look up to them, or there are people you think they adore you because of the, I'm sorry for this, but let me not just say it. Okay, just because of the nonsensical things that you do. So
Uh,
peers, there's always a, what can I say? Uh a reason why you are peers, right? But when it comes to friendship, I think friendship it doesn't need to any peer pressures because if you are my friend, right, and
mhm.
I understand that you don't drink and I drink, right, I should not force you and I should never make you feel forced or make you feel out of place because I am consuming alcohol and you're having a juice. So I think
Uh,
now, as a generation now, we should now learn how to differentiate peers and friends.
so are you supporting the statement that if anything hits me with peer pressure,
Hmm.
if peer pressure hits me, then I'm gonna do anything to satisfy myself.
If if you feel like you want to please your peers, then so be it. But I feel like
It's an
it, it,
unnecessary statement.
it's not necessary.
Now let's talk about finances. Everyone struggles in this one.
Yeah.
The youth, the older people, our parents, and everyone. And we overspend on gifts. We overspend on outings. We overspend on the things that we buy, trying to enjoy ourselves and trying to spread love to other people. So, is it something that should be um, considered when we are talking about the most forgotten things that we forget during this festive seasons?
I think like when we first started this interview, we mentioned something about materialization, like the way Christmas has been materialized, that it's all about the materials, right? Like what you buy, you know, what you give, right? But when you look at the times, like when our parents grew, they would tell us that, you know, during Christmas, it was nothing much, it was nothing much fancy.
Chicken,
It was maybe a crate of juice, right? If the kids, they would be bought Crocs. Okay, in those days, they were not Crocs, but they
but
would be
now
bought
they're crook.
something like Crocs, you know, a t-shirt. You'll be happy. But now, it seems like it's a competition because
Oh yeah.
if I have a girlfriend, right? And it's a festive season like this, I'm like, I have to give her like something big, you know. I go for something big, but you also do not consider like like your finances, like you don't think ahead because you know. On that same note, December sometimes tends to be a blind eye for people as they forget that they're staying on. You see, so I think
Now
in
that reminds me of January
yeah,
diseases. Why do
exactly.
people blame January for for not making a proper budget during December.
It's not even a January disease. I think I should call it a
Yeah,
December disease because January is just having the effects of December.
of what you did in December,
It's
right?
just a
You're
month
reckless
for
now
you to receive the consequences of
of what you did in December.
December, you see.
Yeah, that was my main point. I wanted to hit on that. That we blame January for no reason. We say there's January disease, but then it was us that were reckless during December. Didn't you know that there was January that is going to come? Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. So now about our personal growth and to maintain yourself who you really are in public, socially, and around the people that you're going to be, like how you're going to portray yourself. A lot of people tend to change who they really are when they are in places that are crowded, when they are in places that have new faces. But then it's not a good thing to change who you are because of your environment. You have to maintain your personal growth too during this festive season. You have to maintain who you are and allow people to see the goodness in you. Do not change who you are just because someone who is next to you is doing something that is uh that is not sensible and you see people cheering them. Cheering someone doesn't mean that someone is doing something that is nice. Sometimes we're just cheering you just because you're losing it. You're doing something that is not appreciated. So don't be pressurized by people that maybe take toxic things that go clubbing just because people are going to cheer them in clubs, just because people are going to give them money. Find good ways to get money. If you do not have enough this festive season, God is going to be your provider, and do not rely on people. Trust in the Lord your God always. And God says that whoever trusts in me shall not be left behind. His eyes are always on us, and his eyes are always looking unto those who are righteous. So maintain your relationship with God during this festive season. Do not forget the blessings that you have. It's a blessing. It's a blessing to be in this festive season, and it's a good thing that you are actually part of the people that managed to witness Christmas. A lot has happened this year. It's been a tough year for a lot of people. Many people didn't make it, and a lot actually wanted to be where you are. Remember that what you have, someone actually want to have what you have. Um, I think this week it has been a week that I got reminded of something that I never thought of. So like I think about three or two people, they were actually like people were asking me questions about what I have, and then they're saying that I also want to have this, but then to me it was something that is just normal. But then up until then I realized that if someone if I am living someone's dream, then that's a blessing to God. So whatever you have, just know that someone actually wants to have the life that you are living now. And remember, God, in all that we do, wherever you go, reflect that Jesus character in you, reflect that God character in you, and learn to appreciate that you have. I need to thank those three people because I can't say that I'm the type of person who was not appreciating what she has, but then they actually reminded me, and I got more enlightened when they told me that I want to be like you. I want to have this that you have, and I didn't know it's something that someone can admire, and I actually started to admire myself. So when you see those type of people, I think they give motivation. So if you see someone just find the good words to say to them. It motivates them and it uplifts their spirit. I realized the things that I never realized. So I think me personally, if I see someone who's looking nice, I'm gonna tell you that you're looking nice because I know how she's going to be more confident. Let's learn to boost each other's confidence and let's learn to love one another. Small compliments make people happy. It's those small compliments that give people courage, and those small compliments are those things that will let us not get peer pressure from our peers or from the society. Yeah, I think that's it.
That's very true. That's very true. I think to summarize everything that you said, people should just appreciate what they have, and at the same time, they should see where there's a need and appreciate the people around them. I'm with you on that note.
Yeah. And then now to conclude this, we're about to end this discussion. I know it's been a good discussion and I also want to continue and I know that you also want to continue. But then I just want to encourage you as we travel. We know that this festive season, a lot of people are going to travel, but let us put safety first. Let us be safe in driving or in whatever that we do. Let us be safe and stay connected to your blessings, stay connected to your Lord, stay connected to God and connected to the Word too. And yeah, let us live in peace, safety first, and then yeah, everything else is going to follow. We're going to have to be safe for us to enjoy this festive season. So, any words before we close?
I would like to say everyone should enjoy this festive season, love one another, and don't forget to pray. There's nothing cooler in this generation than being a fully devoted Christian. So to the youths out there, uh, in addition to your cool outfits that you're going to be wearing for Christmas, just wear your faith jacket on and just know that, God loves you. That's all. Thank you.
And Merry Christmas to you all, guys.
And
And
a
I
happy
wish
new year.
you the best in this season. I hope you enjoy. I pray that God answers your prayers. I know a lot of us, we have a bucket list that we still need to complete for this year. And may God give you the power and strength to do what you really wanted to do. And may God give you peace in your life. May God take over in your life. And I pray that you enjoy with your family. I pray that you enjoy with your friends and whoever you're going to be celebrating with.
We wish you, we wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you, we wish you, we wish you a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas.